My name is Breanne. I've been with Johnstone Supply for about 6 years now. And initially I started with inside sales and then shifted more towards e-commerce and e-commerce in regards to onboarding our customers and employees in regards to the different programs we have and how to be able to use those tools in your everyday life. Johnstone itself is a cooperative, so it's across the United States with several different owners. Here, the Johnstone supply that I work at is 8 locations, soon to be 9. I will say so myself. I'm hearing impaired, so oftentimes when I'm working with a contractor and they're reading off a nameplate, is it F as in Frank or S as in Sam? So every single time I'm trying to go back and forth with the information, what's on the nameplate, what they're looking for. We have people that work in loud plants. They are in an attic somewhere. They are kind of with a customer. So the idea to sit there and be able to have another line of defense, have just to be able to text Johnstone Supply, hey, real quick, here's a nameplate. Do you have the spark igniter? I will say a lot of people are in a position where they can't make a phone call. We have people that work in very loud locations. So for them to sit there and get an answer and be able to turn to their manager or their owner or boss and say, hey, listen, Johnstone Supply said it's in stock at the nearest location. I'm going to go pick it up. Yeah, I think it's been a game changer definitely for Johnstone Supply, even in our industry. So because I also work with online ordering, that was something where a lot of our employees were, we have the inventory, we have a great phone relationship, I'm not really, in regards to growth within the company. Also, one thing too was that employees didn't want to be replaced. Talking about, well, if there's online ordering and there's texting, where do I come into play? And I always say, listen, I'm not looking to replace you. I'm looking to free up your time for better phone calls, to be able to use your technical expertise rather than doing a price check on the cost of R22. So one great thing I was able to tell employees was that I'm able to see search terms. I said the highest search term on our website was the cost of R22, which prior to Prokeep being set up, that was a phone call. That was somebody calling in every single day or being put on hold until a sales rep could get to them. So I said, yeah, I don't want people using it to price check, but that's one thing off the plate. People texting in, I always say, listen, I go, you're freeing up a lot of time. You can sit there, claim the message, do all this research, get the information back to that customer within a reasonable amount of time. I always tell people being on hold 1 minute feels like 10 minutes. So to sit there and one of our uniques at Johnstone Supply is being easy to do business with. I said, if I can make your life a little bit easier, you're going to come to us time and time again. You know what I mean? Even regardless of our price, maybe I go, if we're in tune with how your business runs, you're going to come to us time and time again. So a lot of our customers have even set up a routine, daily texting into Prokeep, just either price checking or, following up on orders they had placed just to make sure the delivery is going out at the right time. Yeah, we have a phone operator down the street. Her job is essentially answering the phones all day. I would like to believe that we've helped cut down the amount of people that she has to have on hold to sit there. We have people on hold that'll say, here's my part number, what's my cost? I'm like, you could have texted that in. We could have had you in and out. We could have already gotten you that order and gotten you, already onto the next job. We have people that definitely use the program and say, hey, listen, can you get me an answer right now? I'm with the customer. I will come right now. So to think that, I feel like we've landed a lot more jobs using Prokeep. I'd like to think that it's made our life easier. It's made my life a lot easier. Let's say when I work Saturdays, oftentimes if the phone connection's not 100%, I'll say text a picture or text this phone number that you're talking to, and I'll be able to take care of you. So oftentimes people are calling in for quotes. And then the quote follow-up process was, all right, well, you put together this Fujitsu quote for a customer. Is it a go? Like, are we able to put it back into inventory? What's going on with this? So, and being one of those people that used to have to call a customer to check up on quotes that I put together, you get a voicemail or the voicemail box is not even set up or it's full, an email or it bounces back. I always say I feel like a crazy ex-girlfriend. I go, if you don't want to date anymore, just let me know. But oftentimes with a text message, hey, what's going on with this job? You guys were too expensive. The customer's dragging his feet, however, the response is that much quicker. So when we do have, and what would end up happening is we would have a person, in each kind of area that would take to the program or take to Prokeep very quickly and become the champion. Because oftentimes I can tout the program time and time again to say, listen, it's going to free up your time so you can do more stuff in your given day rather than just turning and burning. Now you have time to, work on your goals for the next year or things you would like to implement, as a branch manager or a sales rep. So, yeah, when that champion was able to sit there and kind of say, hey guys, look at this. I cleaned out my big Q follow-up. I was able to, before the end of the month, get all these tickets in, get revenue on the books for, the month of October. That was a hot button item, and branch manager saw that and was like, so every so often I have to do a little Prokeep refresher just to sit there and say, hey, especially you guys have been great with updating features. Yeah, I will say we have Prokeep champions, and I believe they rate higher tickets from just the amount of Prokeeps that they get. That's been great. Like I say, we had customers texting in their credit card, which is great that they trust us that much, but I would have to sit there and delete that whole contact. You guys were great to sit there and say, all right, we can still keep that customer and the nameplate and the quote and the PO, but go ahead and delete that credit card. So we're still able to keep that interaction intact. Claim time report. I send out a monthly claim time report to our branch manager, letting him know where employees fall. It's able to help whether or not an employee needs a little bit more help, or if there's a particular customer that, maybe could go from texting to online ordering, was able to help identify key places where we could start saving some time. Because I will say, when it gets hot, and people turn on the air conditioning, and when it gets cold and people turn on the heat, that's when our phones are ringing off the hook. Our storerooms are, 5 people deep at each terminal. So to sit there and be able to free up at least 1 or 2 phone calls, it makes a world of a difference in regards to being able to run the branch in the day-to-day and not be so frustrated. As far as, we do have people that text into Prokeep, either like clockwork every day at 7:15 and then at 12 o'clock and then again at 3 o'clock. We have people that text in just regularly, which is very nice, to sit there and say, they were a customer at some point in time that was being held on hold. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I love our on hold messages. They're great, but when you're in a position where you're trying to get an answer very quickly, it is very frustrating. So to sit there and, have this, and I always tell people, listen, I go, if you claim a message, it'll give you about 5 to 10 minutes. If you claim it and say working on it, that gentleman at least knows that the message has been received by Johnstone Supply, that we're doing research. But we're getting better. I mean, everybody knows it's HVAC. You're running into the showroom, the warehouse, you're getting a picker, you're out in the parking lot helping the guy load equipment into his truck. What's been really great is hearing not only employees tell each other how great the program is, but for a customer to tell another customer, hey, yeah, I texted into Johnstone Supply, like that's why they have my order already. Or, we have a feature here called locker pickup. So people are able to text in their order, say, hey, can you put that in a locker for me? And we text them the code. So, we're able to process an order within 5 to 10 minutes, where had you been on the phone, it would have taken that much longer, and they don't even have to call in. So yeah, we've been working to make it a lot easier. That's our thing, easy to do business with. Everybody's got a lot of things going on in their life, so we can make it that much quicker, have that much more transparency, that we're helping you out or that we see the issue. Or, unfortunately it happens where a delivery and a piece of equipment will get dented. It does happen. But what's great with Prokeep is somebody's able to take a picture, send it in and say, can you help me out? So, and whether or not it's us delivering another piece of equipment out there or being able to rectify the price a little bit so that the customer's happy. That whole interaction right there in the past would have been a bit. Either the customer taking a picture, emailing it in, or having a sales rep go out to property to see it. So the support staff has been very responsive in regards to if there's anything we're looking for or if we're running into an issue, which I do truly appreciate to know that I have a team that's going to be able to get me a response quicker so I can at least get it out to my team, what's going on. As far as Johnstone Supply, I will say what's been great is other locations have reached out to ask our feedback on Prokeep. And it's been great. The simplicity of the program and how to set it up has been tremendous. There are a lot of programs here, a lot of cross-referencing, a lot of e-term, a lot of different things that we have to learn in a given day. With the new location coming up, we're going to be opening up a little bit in North Jersey. So I'm hoping that we can continue to roll out Prokeep. Our competitors are starting to get it now. It was great that we were kind of on the cutting edge, and we're going to try and keep it that way. Yeah, I think it's been a game changer definitely for Johnstone Supply, even in our industry.